We're here. It's Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday, everybody.
Mondays, am I right?
It's,
Working hard or hardly working?
it's the day
How are
after
you?
Mother's Day. I don't have children, but I'm exhausted.
You know what? Yeah, same.
I always forget Mother's Day at this point.
Yeah, I almost forgot, except we went out to have um lunch with my grandfather Saturday, and then he mentioned it, and me and Cassie were like, "Oh yeah."
I,
So I
s-
ordered my mom DoorDash, and that was that.
I sent my mom a card, but we're not allowed to talk to her on Mother's Day. So if I ever sent her a DoorDash, I feel like my dad would just answer the door with a gun and tell them to leave because they don't know who they are and they didn't order this food.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Boomers, am I
Yes, I
right?
have the trapper face. Also, let me change this color. Something else real fast. BRB. There we go. Yes, trapper face. Zen, have you seen the trapper face?
Maybe? Hold on, let
They
me.
recently showed what trapper looks like under the mask, and it's
Oh,
he
that's.
he looks like the dude from Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know his name.
I know that the guy's name is Dave Batista, but I don't know what the character's name because I like wrestling, so.
Congrats on Red Wings Gold
Drax,
Shanks.
yes.
I've not noticed Iron Chuckle's glitch. What is that? Drax, yeah. That's who I'm thinking of. That's who Maskless Trapper reminds me of. Speaking of, we're going to be talking about Trapper today, and for those who are new, this podcast, what Zen and I do is pick a killer and discuss how we believe the survivors would fare under horror movie conditions. And
Yes.
we pick our final survivor or ers, however many there happen to be. There have been two before. We decide who's going to die first, and then from there, we just run down a whole list of all the survivors and the order of like most likely to die, how they die, and to the further down they live longer.
I actually have a couple, like, I actually made myself a nice little list on the side of who I think's gonna go down first and who might actually make it this time because I actually had kind of
Nice.
like a ballpark idea on this guy.
Good.
So,
I don't have an idea of who's going to go down first. I know who I want to make it to the end, and I am willing to fight you on this one if you disagree with me. And that is because I have discovered that you are grounded in survivalist logic, and I am here for the movie drama.
okay,
So,
let's start our dead talk off by actually talking about our killer first before we get into who he's gonna
perfect.
kill first.
Okay.
Because who knows? Maybe we find very specific lore that's like, yeah, I guess I'm wrong.
Go
Um, so you let off last time, so I'll do it this time.
for it.
So the Trapper, uh, from the Macmillan family, uh, seems to have a tendency to enjoy luring people into confined spaces and using explosives. Um, was one of the biggest mass murderers in the lore and vanished after um, said mass murdering. And also, his dad was found in a basement, so that's where Basement Trapper was born. Um, the big thing that I noticed is that he really likes to sketch. Really enjoys drawing and sees it as an act of defiance. Um,
He's an
also,
artist.
this kid had a good heart starting off. Like if you look at the video, the cutscene with him, you can see him actually like working in the mine with everybody else, and then
Mm-hmm.
stopping and looking through the wood and seeing his dad just beating the crap out of somebody, and then waking up in his bed and he's got a bandaged fist like he's also been beating them. Um, So yeah, he actually had a pretty good heart when he was younger. It was more or less raised to have kind of a bad thought process. Didn't have his mom around because his mom drowned. Um, but he does have a tendency to feel indebted to people, which I think is he gets a little bit confused with indebted versus love. Um, because that's like he respects his dad and sometimes he thinks about offing his dad, but he's like, no, I owe him. I love him.
Relatable.
And it's like, do you though?
Really, we've all been there.
um, there was an instance where somebody insulted his mom and he attacked them. And I was like, oh, good. We're going to have a Martha situation here. um, so it was at that point that he realized that he really likes to feel powerful. Also has a natural instinct when someone is hiding something. Like he can kind of figure out that something is amiss or somebody's planning something. Like he's just got this instinct that he inherited from his dad. He does not like cowards, and he does not like those goddamn commies, socialists, unions, etc. He does not like them because that's what his daddy told him.
Yes.
And then there was a very small piece in Tome 3 that mentioned that the entity is having issues with him because he does not comply with authority, even the entity doesn't
Interesting.
like
I
it.
missed that piece.
Yeah,
I
because
guess
I
this is
saw I saw that one and I'm like bolded, underlined, highlighted.
that's great.
Does not like authority.
That's great. Even better for some plans that I have.
Okay, what did you get?
What did I get as far as like what did I miss? Or what
Yeah,
did I
is there
find?
anything that I missed that you have down?
No, I think you nailed pretty much everything. He's I think he was actually suspicious of his dad killing his mom. Like I know his mom drowned, but if I remember right, in one of the tome pieces, like he had some suspicions that like his father was the one that drowned his mom.
Hmm.
I don't remember which one. And I also could just be making this up entirely. Like if I speak confidently enough, I know you'll believe me. But uh
Because I could kind
hold
of.
on one second. I got a raid.
Oh.
Hi Lindsay. Hello Raiders. Welcome. A Legion raid. Hi. How did your stream go? I hope it was well. I'm doing a podcast right now with ZenBatman, and we are talking about if the survivors were in horror movie settings, how would they fare against the Trapper? We just got started. We were just rehashing like the Trapper's backstory and who he is. I don't know if I follow Lindsay. Hold on, let me double check. Make sure I do follow Lindsay. I know I if I don't, I meant to. Don't, but I do now. Okay. Sounds like your games weren't great, but I hope your podcast is going. My podcast is going really well. And Wu-Tang Boy, hi. They all die except the last character. Exactly. Well, we did have when we covered Huntress, we had two survivors, which was really fun. And Verna, thank you for that follow. All right. Yeah, I thought I was already following you, Lindsay. I'm sorry, but I'm glad this happened. So now I made sure that I was. So Dwight would make it because he got big brain. We haven't had one yet where Dwight actually lives.
Yeah, Dwight
So
keeps getting just wrecked.
Dwight gets like the most unfortunate deaths, unfortunately.
I mean, at least he didn't
Redundancy
get the
is
potty
redundant.
death. That was kind of sad for
Oh,
Claudette, but
it was. He should have. He's always the one in the outhouse. Okay, so
So you mentioned that
um,
you think he was suspicious of his dad possibly killing his mom.
I feel like I remember that when I was going through all the tomes.
I don't remember him saying he was suspicious. I do know that one of his drawings that he made was like Trapper drew his mom drowning.
Yes.
And when he came upstairs, like all of his drawings were torn up, and the one of his mom drowning was missing. And his dad took it, framed it and put it above his bed.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't
But
know.
that could,
I suspect his dad for killing his mom.
but
I
I
think
mean,
dad drowned mom.
I could also see him being like, Balrog, dude, come on. Um, I could also see him like putting that above his bed as like, haha, killed her. Like, not so much an endearment, but like, a notch in a bedpost for another reason.
We are not including perks. We're going strictly by character backstories and personality.
Yes. So, having gotten all that information, let's see who we're thinking is going to be first dead. Hit me with your reasoning. I'm ready for your logic.
I don't really have a first dead. There wasn't anybody that I was like, this person will die first.
All
Um,
right.
it's gonna like it would have to be somebody that's just oblivious and not really paying attention. Someone like Meg, a
I have
Megan would go first.
Detective Tap.
A detective?
Number one, Trapper does not like authority figures. Number two, on the McMillan estates with the mines, there was a mass murder occurring. Who's gonna investigate a mass murder? The Popo. Detective Tap is on the scene.
Okay, okay. We'll get I'll go with you at that. We can have the police showing up to a mass murder and all everybody just dies. That's cool.
And according to the lore, Detective Tap has a tendency of going in without telling people where he's going
True,
or,
he does.
appropriately following the rules. So the
And then he
likely.
regrets everything cuz
Exactly.
uh is he the only cop character? Because I feel like if there's more, we can just
I think so. And
we
Alex,
can.
you're fine.
Are there more? Cammy says Jake escapes sabotaging traps, calling it. uh, which is really interesting because that's how sabotage or saboteur originally worked. Was geared toward bear traps. I'm trying to think if there. I don't think there's any other
I'm
characters that
sure
are
you have
cops,
everything under control. Talk to you soon.
right? Let me look up the survivors.
I don't think there were
Thank
any
you, Alex.
other. Let's see. Nope, 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 nope. I mean,
Just
there are
Detective
people that
Tapp.
I like when I think of authority figures, I also think of somebody trying to insert their own authority. So that's like
Engine.
I have a list of authority figures.
Okay.
I also have somebody who I think is going to die to his spidey senses when somebody's planning something against him. So
Titan thinks that Detective Tapp would die second after getting someone else killed, which is also quite to the story.
possibly, but it could also be an instance of like if he had sent somebody in to investigate because he was, getting a little sus, and that person's already dead in the mine. Like it could have
I
been
mean,
like somebody he knew or
we
another
could do
detective.
everyone a favor
Uh huh.
and just say Ash happened to be on the side on the scene um for no other reason than Ash just happens to be in inconvenient places a lot and he's there.
I have him on
He
my list
dies.
of people that is going to die later.
Okay.
Like
Fine.
he is absolutely on my list of
I
people
was
that
gonna
are
say
gonna get deleted.
nobody's gonna miss him if Ash goes first.
Yeah. All right. So you didn't have a first dead. So Tap dies an investigation. So for whatever reason, the rest of these little shits show up to, go and see what the fuck happened in Murderland. And here we are.
One we want to save for last survivors.
I have for my final survivors, Jeff, Kate, Claudette, and Yui for my potential end game people.
Well, I'm gonna put only Mia.
I can't fight that. I mean, I'm not going to, but
Uh, May I also remind you, Nia is in fact the entity.
okay, that makes it harder because that's the authority.
Party in the woods near the old mine. Ooh, that's a good setting.
Oh.
Out in Shelter Woods, some people go to party. I like that. All right, so we got Detective Tapdad investigating the scene of a mass murder.
Well, if everybody's going to a murder party, I would like to go ahead and yeet Ash and say he got shit faced, took a piss, and he is the porta potty death of the day.
All right, everybody's at a party in the woods, a big old get together. And Ash is the second to go. Just shit faced, dies in the woods.
I feel like at this point, like after Claudette, I feel like we have to have a mandatory dies during peeing. Like somebody goes out to take care of the business. Death.
Wait, okay. Oh yeah, so Ash dies in the back. Like
Ash is our
Ash.
porta potty death of the day.
Okay, so he dies shitting in the tall grass.
Yes,
That's
he
what you're
does.
saying.
He goes to shit in the tall grass, bear trap in the ass. KO.
Yeah, Casey left the party, and we got to talk about Robin. I'm so sorry to tell you, Robin, bestie. I don't know how to break the news. Um, there was a bear trap at the tall grass, unfortunately.
Yeah. Rip.
Okay. So obviously, I think there is also a huge risk of having everybody together in a party because, I mean, Trapper isn't afraid to murder multiples at once.
Right.
So that is
yeah, they're gonna split up quick.
yeah, splitting up again is or yeah, splitting up is probably for the best. Like opposite strategy from Huntress.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to Oni, where they're just better if they separate.
Well,
Feel like
only
Ash
only everybody
favors
came together and
Trapper.
finally took him down, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with our trapper boy. So we need an event that causes everybody to split, which I think is going to be an instance of
Or at least fracture into smaller groups.
yes.
If we can get them into groups, that'll be
So I feel like nobody's real like everybody's just gonna think that Ash just passed out in the tall grass. I don't think anybody's gonna go looking for Ash. Sorry to all the Ash holes out there. I don't think anybody's gonna go look for him.
Ooh, hold on. Lukey suggests if it's a party, Nancy and Steve have a little drink and slip away for some alone time.
Oh.
Which is a very, very popular horror movie trope.
It is.
And I am absolutely down for supporting that.
All right.
That can be now or that can be later.
Well, I feel like that would actually make people go out and look at him, so I mean...
Nobody looks for Ash, but they're like, where'd Steve and Nancy go?
Yeah.
Would they, or would they just be like, where'd Steve and Nancy go?
I mean, if they're gone long enough, and if Nancy's gonna scream...
Oh, yeah.
Wink wonk.
They'll both scream, but
the moment Steve gets stuck in a bear trap, wink
they'll
wonk.
hear Steve. They'll hear Steve scream easily.
Yeah, he is louder than Nancy. One way or another, they're gonna hear Steve scream. So I think that that's going to trigger a small search party at the very least, which I think is going to be how David and Bill, our beloved Bilson, our Bilbo, is gonna get wrecked.
I feel like the bravest would go out to find them, right?
Either the bravest or the stupidest.
So Bill and David, I agree.
Yes.
I know she's on your short list, but Yui.
Yeah, Yui would probably go out.
She doesn't have to die here. I mean, she could just go out to try to find them and...
She's going out to keep David from doing something stupid.
Okay. So they go out to try to find out what happened to Steve, Nancy, potentially Ash. They might think, like, while we're out here.
They might stumble on him, just like literally
they find
sitting.
Ash's body?
Yeah, he's just sitting in a bear trap dead. Just the smell of shit everywhere.
Titan thinks Jake would wander off into the woods, and Yui goes out and is the only one who makes it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that our loners are gonna start leaving at this point. So I think Jake would probably peace out, but I don't think he would die at that point, though.
Yeah, I don't think Jake... Honestly, Jake was also, like, I considered for the short list of Last Survivor.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if anybody can, like, make it in the woods and avoid bear traps, it's our boy Jake. Can I put him on the short list? Okay, so who dies after Steve and Nancy?
I'm voting David.
David?
Because if there's drinking involved in that group, then David's probably also shit-faced. Is gonna see Trapper out there in the woods and be like, you know what?
I'm gonna fight him.
Them's fighting words, and Trapper didn't even say anything. It was just the breathing.
So David dies trying to fight Trapper.
Bill dies trying to save David. Probably gets stuck in a bear trap.
No, okay, yes, that was what I was thinking. I imagined this scene of David just gets macheted right through the torso.
Huzzah!
And then Bill and Yui are like, holy shit, try to run. And Bill gets caught in a bear trap, and he's just like, leave me behind to tell the others.
Yep. Alright, so, Bill dies learning the hard way. So Yui survives to get back to the others. Jake has peaced out. Let's see. So now... Boop. Let's see who else is in here.
See, Kate is by the campfire singing and guitaring for the people. Drunken dare for some survivors to explore the mines, and Trapper gets them there. Ooh. That's definitely how Ace dies. 100%. If somebody's just like a bet or a dare, Ace would be totally game. This is another one. We can off a couple people at once if...
Yeah.
I think Elodie would go if she was dared. Because I think she would just be like, yeah, I'm not afraid. I've been in worse.
Also, you know, looking for occult shit. Site of a mass murder.
Yeah. Maybe not even a cult. Maybe she's just like, I bet I'd find something cool down there. Yeah, I'll go.
Also, yes.
So, Ace. Elodie. Do we want one or two more to go?
Let's see.
Titan, Zoe, and Quentin.
I am not... I actually have something I think that will happen to Quentin.
Okay,
in my brain. Also, I think Quentin's a bit of a bitch, so I don't think he'd go.
I bet they could convince Dwight.
If nothing else, they're gonna shove him in there.
I bet Dwight would be like, no, and they're just like, get the fuck in there.
Bye, Dwight.
Absolutely gets bullied into going. Okay, do we want a fourth? Do we want to just clear the field here? Do we have one more person that might take the bet?
I'm like debating on Felix going in just to be like, make sure that Elodie is safe. but I also feel like he has kind of an iffy relationship
Yeah, I
with
feel like
her.
he's too cautious to
Adam's not gonna go.
Meg maybe.
Yeah, Meg might go.
I think Meg of who we have left is the most likely. Meg or Cheryl.
I think it's going to be Meg. I feel like Cheryl is smart enough not to fuck with this shit. Like Cheryl's just like, oh no.
All right. Perfect. That is
That has cleaved our group considerably.
yeah, that's 10 of them. We only have what, 14 left? Hold on, maybe Jane or Serena. Felix, but he gets out and tries running back to warn the others. I like the idea of Felix running to tell the others and getting offed by the entrance of the mine.
Yeah.
Ooh, we could trade Meg for Felix
Or Meg
if you want to
and
do that.
Felix.
Meg and Felix. Oh, 5 of them go in. Okay, let's just get rid of everybody.
Because I think Felix would like. I know he's got a strained relationship, but he gives me the feels like he might at least check, like sit by the entrance or something, and be like, "Oh God, these stupid fuckers."
Felix isn't dared. He just decides to tag along. Okay,
Yeah, he gives
I'm
me
down
those
with that.
feels.
I'm down with that. Which means we have left Claudette, Nia, Lori, Feng, Quentin, Kate, Adam, Jeff, Jane, Yui, Zarina, Cheryl, Yunjin.
Okay, so at this point, Yui probably comes back and is like, "Holy shit, guys, something is amiss." At which point somebody's like, "We gotta go to the mine and get those other fuckers out of
Yes.
there." Which is where our next group probably gets obliterated.
Or, well, okay, so how so? Because they would see Felix's dead body outside of the mine, right? And then I think at that point they would assume the others are probably dead, not worth going inside the mine.
Yes, but if you are going with the drama aspect, Madame, we need to have some sort of drama in this horror movie. You know that those fucker, like, there's gonna be one guy, the one responsible person, runs out there, sees it, goes, turns around, bam, there's the killer with loud horror noise that jump scares the audience.
Yes. And that will be. It has to be a Scream Queen. So we got Laurie or Kate, I would say. One of them.
I'm gonna go with Lori. That is my vote.
Alright, Laurie dies to dramatic Scream Queen moment. Yeah, Meg died real fast. What did you walk into, Senny? We're deciding how everybody dies in a horror movie against Trapper.
And
Okay.
my justification for that is I feel like at this point Yunjin's probably doing her uh I tell everybody what to do. And while I
Mm-hmm.
think Kate like she might try and tell Kate to do it, I feel like Kate's probably just gonna look at her like, no. Do I look dressed for this? I'm in booty shorts, ma'am.
I feel like Kate definitely does. I mean, like she doesn't get pushed around easily.
Yeah.
She's one
Whereas
that like she could stand up to Yunjin. Yui and Zarina all stand up to Yunjin. I'm sure Bill probably actually stands up to Yunjin. He just never lives long enough to get to that moment.
yeah, poor guy. We kill him so early.
I know every time.
So yeah,
Okay.
I think Lori's probably one of the only ones she could probably bully, if nothing else, because she's she's younger and not as experienced. Even though she had the lore saying she had the Mike Myers incident. I mean, if nothing else, she'll probably be like, "Well, you're the only one that's prepared for this. You've experienced it before."
She would be screaming like an anime girl and run away from Trapper with an anime theme song in the background. um,
I feel like at
okay.
this point, Jake probably has a ballpark idea that something's amiss, since he's probably that guy out there like bear trap. This is dangerous. Boop, bear trap. Fuck, that's a second bear trap. Boop, disabled. Like just slowly, just taking
Yeah,
them apart.
he's like finding all these bear traps and like this could hurt somebody and disabling them. He knows it's not like bear hunting season. There's no bears actually in this area. Why are there bear traps to begin with?
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like that's probably what's gonna get him killed. Is that Trapper just follows the line of disabled traps.
oh gosh, I sure hope no big strong trapper catches me out here touching all of his traps. What a horrible thing this would be.
Oh God. Oh.
Oh
Yes,
man.
if you go far enough out into the woods, you just find a bear trap with Trickster laying next to it, so you have your thirst trap just lounging.
Oh man. Let's see. Hold on. Licky says Yunjin inexplicably leaves halfway through the movie because the actress got cast in a higher paid movie and she can't be at ours with this low budget bullshit. Oh, and then he says, please, David be the one saying, let's split up. He's that kind of guy. Yeah, David would be that guy. He is also already dead.
Yeah.
He tried to fight the trapper.
Yeah, I feel like the one that's going to say let's split up might actually be Yunjin, to be like trying to set it up so that she has the best possible group with her, with the people that she thinks are going to get her killed off on their own. Like push the liabilities out of the group.
Ooh. I like this. Okay, wait, do I need to put Jake down for dead?
I mean, we can put him before or after. I mean, Jake's gonna go down, and I think it is gonna be the literal line of disabled traps leading directly to him.
Got
No,
it.
a big strong trapper. Oh, poor Jake.
Okay. And then so at this point Yinjin is suggesting everybody separates. She wants the
Yes.
strongest with her is what you're saying?
She wants whoever Yunjin would think is going to get her through this alive. So we also need to figure out who she thinks is a liability.
I think she would think Claudette is a liability, but she would be like, you're the only one that if I get hurt can help me.
True.
Or she'd also be like, Plant Girl, you know your way around the woods.
Claudette's just looking at her like, no. Like,
Oh, and Jake is the character he think lived, but we see die in the end credits to show the killer is still out there. Ooh. Can we let Jane make a voice report of her seeing something and then it just cuts off? Ooh, I
yeah.
like that too.
So, what I was
Okay.
thinking is that Quentin, since it actually mentions in his lore that he tends to come up with plans, like try to set up traps, he's going to be like, hey guys, maybe we should. And then Yunjin's going to be like, and you're in group two.
We're just... Quinn's just like, we're gonna trap the trapper.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. I have two columns here. Let me do this. So we have Yunjin's group
Yes.
and we have Quentin's group.
Yes. Quentin tries to speak up this one time. And she's like, and you go over there.
Okay, so who's gonna be in Yunjin? Claudette's gonna be in Yunjin's group, right?
Yeah, she's probably going to take her.
Okay.
She
Where,
might take Jeff because he's a big boy.
big strong man. You
Yeah.
can fight him. She doesn't care if he actually can or not.
She
I
probably
think Quentin
does.
would take Feng.
Yeah. She probably doesn't want the young kids. So the teenagers, she's probably going to try and kick out. So
Uh,
Cheryl and
that's it. That's our only
Fang.
teenager.
Yeah, Cheryl, Fang, Quentin just yeeting the teenagers, and they're gonna be like, we can't just send them off by themselves. Then we get our adult.
Quentin escapes because Trapper walks into his own trap. Nia is still alive, yes. So, oh, who would Nia be grouped with?
I feel like Nia's just sitting there watching everybody. Like Nia's not participating, but she'll follow a group.
Okay.
I feel like she's gonna sneaky snake behind them. Um, but Quentin's group needs a designated adult, which I feel like Adam might volunteer for that.
Yeah, I was thinking Adam. Okay. Which group would Kate fall into?
Hmm. I think that Kate's gonna be thrown with Quentin because Yunjin doesn't want to have to deal with the.
Somebody who won't listen to her.
Yeah, Kate done
I think
pissed her off.
possibly the same with Jane. I don't think Jane would listen to Yinjin either.
Probably not. Man, Yunjin's group's gonna be real small because nobody's gonna deal with their crap. What
Um,
about Zarina?
Again, I don't think Zarina would put up with Yinjin's crap.
Hmm. All right, so then
I
Yunjin
mean,
just goes off with
I would say we could put Nia with the Yinjin group if we want an even split.
yeah.
But if we're okay with an odd split, we can just chuck Nia over here with
I
the
still
teens.
I still think Nia's gonna be sneaking, so she might go with the smaller group just to be less noticed.
Okay.
So if in the event that something needs tagging, um, she can just
Wait. Big question, actually, before we group Nia. Does anybody know, like, where they are in the mines? Does anybody know, like, the history of the mines, that there, like, was a mass murder or anything like that? Is that something that Zarina might know, just from, like, a
yes.
documentary perspective, or Adam as a teacher, or...
Well, we're assuming that the mass murder occurred, and that's why Tap went to investigate. So I feel like it would be common knowledge at this point.
But the mass murder would have been at least long enough ago that they would have felt comfortable
Yeah,
partying here.
yeah.
Okay, so you would say common knowledge
Yeah, I would say common
that
knowledge
there was a murder,
that there was
but
a murder.
would anybody know more details about, like, oh, they suspect that it was the coal miner's son or anything like that?
Maybe. I think they said that they suspected him, but they never found him because that's when the entity scooped
Right.
him. Um,
So what I'm asking is who would be the one to, like, know kind of those more urban legend details?
let's say Elodie, but she's gone now.
Yeah.
um, I feel like Serena probably would be the one to know.
Okay. Because why I'm asking is, that exposition moment of all the movies where they're like, so imagine a scene, they're walking through the woods and they're just like, yeah, this uh rumor has it, or this might be the killer everybody always talked about, the miner who killed his father and all of the other miners and everything, and, like, telling the whole, like, urban legend
Hmm.
of Evan McMillan. Nia just with her AirPods listening to music.
Yeah, she doesn't know what's going on. She's just coming with the gang.
Ooh, Elodie could have told someone while telling ghost stories around a fire.
Oh,
That too, that could have happened earlier.
yeah.
Quentin's group probably ends up hiding in the estate and figures out who Trapper is. Mm-hmm. You should do this with Legion next time. We're gonna go through all the killers.
Yeah.
We were gonna do Plague this week, but then the tome just came out, so we're gonna give that a couple weeks to get more lore about Plague before we cover her.
Hmm.
Okay, so I have our two groups here.
Yes. This is gonna be fun.
So we have Yunjin's group walking through. Yunjin thinks everyone's there to protect her. Zarina probably knows more of the backstory than anyone else. kind of talking more about the whole history of the mines and everything. And I wonder if it's, what was his fucking name? Alfred or whatever, Macmillan. It started with an A or something. I forget his dad's name.
Oh, I've already forgotten. I feel like I should know. Let me do a quick look see.
I was there, I can, but
Let's see.
Yunjin falls off a cliff, doesn't even die to the killer.
Archie.
Archie, that's what it was.
There you go. Okay, so Quentin. The reason why I think Quentin is toast is because of the mention of Trapper's trap sense. That somebody's planning to do something to set up a trap. He has the sense. So if they do indeed decide that they are going to go into the actual building, the estate, and set a trap to try and lure him in, then he's gonna be like, my spidey senses are tingling. And he's going to start going through the group.
So Group B actually goes to the estate.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, we can trap this guy.
Yeah.
Quentin starts forming the plan.
Yes.
Trapper shows up.
It's gonna be a Home Alone situation. And probably using Kate as like up on the top floor, just playing the guitar loud enough for him to hear to draw him in.
Kate'll be bait.
Yeah, Kate bait.
Does she die as bait?
I think she's gonna make it.
Okay.
And the only reason that Kate gives me the vibe that she's gonna make it is that Trapper seems to have a soft spot for his mom, and I feel like Kate kind of gives off a mom vibe. So he might leave her alone.
Okay. Do we have any inclination as to what Trapper's mother looks like? Maybe we have a "you're my mom, so I spare you" situation toward the end. We don't. He's drawn a picture of her, but they don't put the picture in the
right,
whatever you call it, archives. Traps are Claudette's enemy. It's true. If Claudette isn't dead, Claudette is still alive. She should be the one that got away in the mine by hiding. The one that got out of the mine was actually Felix, but he got off very shortly after.
Yeah.
Okay, so Quentin tries to do the Home Alone thing. Trapper's like, no, you're not setting traps in my face. Kills Quentin. Kate was going to be bait. She gets spared.
Yeah, I think she's the top, like, in the maiden in the top tower, literally there to make the sound to draw him in, like, to make him aware that somebody is in his house.
Yeah, Yui is still alive. Thank you, Titan. Where is Yui?
Oh, fuck.
Yunjin would have wanted her.
Yeah.
But would she have stayed with Yunjin?
Let's see. Is there anybody in Group B that would piss off Yui?
No. Not in the way that I think. I love that way of a headcanon that, like, Yui and Yunjin are just mortal enemies.
Yeah. But would she also be willing to go along with a trapping situation? Like, Quentin's like,
No.
okay, we're going to go and try and lure him in and trap him. Whereas Yui feels more like no, if we're going to fight this guy, let's at least, beat his ass face to face.
No, she wouldn't do that either. She saw David get his ass kicked. She saw David take a machete to the chest. She's not going to say, let's fight him. Actually, you know what? She might go along with the plan to try and trap him. She's like, yeah, we're not going to fucking fisticuffs this dude. Like, I'm going to put her with Team Quentin. She can die here if we want. If she gets involved setting traps, then that's a reason for Trapper to kill her.
Yeah. Okay, I'll accept Yui. Yui bites it. We could also have another reason why Kate might be surviving is possibly she ends up in Trapper's mom's old room.
Maybe.
We gotta get that mom drama. The mom has been mentioned. The mom drama must be present. give me the
Okay.
give me the good mama drama. Okay, so Fang is not good at hiding.
Not at all. She's so loud.
Yeah, so she's probably like helping set the trap, got all the traps set up, and goes to hide the moment he just goes and just cleaves Quentin's head clear off of his head. What he probably is going to trap him though, just catch him in a trap and just shake his head, knock his head
And
off of his shoulders.
Fen's trying to sneak around, gets caught in a trap.
Yeah. I could
Okay, I
also
think
see somebody trying to hide in the basement and then he just locks it and lets him die like his
yeah, but
dad.
yeah, but we already killed Nancy, so
True.
Claudette is the one that would. She's not in this group.
Alright, so Quentin, Yui, and Fang are down, so that leaves Cheryl and Adam.
I think at this point in the film, we should transition back to Group A.
Yes. So, Group A. I think that Yunjin will step in a trap not paying attention. And no one is strong enough in this group to actually pry it open.
I
Or
think Jeff actually would be strong enough.
or she'll get mad because he's like, okay, well if I pull this off, I need to get your shoe off or something. She's like, this shoe cost me $3,000. You're like, okay, well, I'm
Senny
gonna
said
go.
Trapper has flashbacks to his mother with one of the survivors because of the way they are or something, and the survivor uses it to run. That's how Kate got out of the Trapper situation.
Yeah.
Jeff dies right after getting the trap off Yinjin.
I think Jeff's gonna make it because of the sketch connection.
Ooh, because they're both artists.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Like, he might, do the dramatic, swing of the machete, and then Jeff barely, gets back and, cuts a part of his shirt open and just reveals all these wonderful tattoos, and Trapper's just like, Daddy!
Remember when I first learned about the perk Aftercare? And I was like,
Yes.
oh, Jeff's into some BDSM shit. And then turns out he just really liked tattoos. And I was like, oh, that
That's,
kind of aftercare. I
yeah.
understand now. I read that lore waiting for something just something, and it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Yunjin gets caught in a bear trap. Jeff's trying to help her out. Does Trapper want to do his thing where he lunges the machete first into the bear trap instead of hitting Yunjin, though? He hits Jeff? Or...
I still, so long as he doesn't hit Jeff, I really think that
Okay.
that drawing thing, the sketching, is gonna be the thing. It might hit Zarina.
So, oh, we could have Zarina helping Yunjin. That helped. That works.
Yeah, like Jeff is trying to pull it off and fumbling because she's bitching about her shoe, and Zarina's like, all right, fuck it, let me do it.
And then, of course, after he downs Zarina, just immediately Yunjin's right there. She gets offed.
Yeah, everybody else is like, time to leave. Bye, guys.
So, the rest of them, do we want them to just, scatter and run? Or...
They might.
Oh, let me tell you my plan with Nia.
Okay.
I know I wanted to save her for the end. Okay. Here's the thing that I'm imagining, just for pure cinematic drama. He hates socialists, communists.
Mm-hmm.
His dad ran a mining industry absolute entrepreneur, capitalist scum, willing to let people literally die just so he could make money. Nia, the most anti-capitalist character in the game. I need them to have a face-off moment. I need the message of capitalism will never win coming from the end of this movie. I need Nia to destroy him somehow.
I think this can happen.
Okay. That's what I'm wanting out of Nia's whole part of her just like burning down his home or something in the end. Just
Okay, so I'm going to say let's have the three of them scatter
okay.
and then move back to group B.
Okay.
Now at that point, since they scattered, do we want at least one of them to appear back with group B?
You mean Group A? Wait, oh yeah, a Group A scattered, have them appear with Group B is what you're saying?
Yeah, like they're like, fuck, my entire group got obliterated, but I know they're in that building. The other people, like, going and running to them for safety.
I would vote Nia then.
Nia's gonna go to them for safety?
Maybe not for safety, but just she knows. Well, I guess yeah, kind of for safety. She knows they're there,
Okay.
and also it would put her at the house to give an opportunity to burn it, right? Like,
I don't think she's gonna burn it. I think she's gonna tag the fuck out of it.
okay, we're
Like,
gonna send Nia back.
She's gonna find all of his taped up old sketches and just draw peens on every last one of them.
I love that. Nia's also an artist, if you think about it.
Yeah.
That moment
that would be
that
extra
moment of we're
fucked
not
up.
yeah, the moment of we're not so different, are we? And she's like, "Fuck you, capitalist scum!" Spray paints him in the eyes. He's blind. He's swinging wildly. She trips him. He falls onto his own machete.
Wow. I was
Okay.
thinking if she's tagging stuff, she's just gonna like, you know, we'll get to her. We'll get to her.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get
I'm
there.
feeling it in my soul. It's bubbling up now.
Okay, Nia will move over to Group B.
Okay.
She's gone to the estate.
Thing
to
is
find the
already
others.
dead, so we gotta bump her out of there.
Thank you.
So I feel like Adam probably took Cheryl to go hide somewhere. Kate is like sitting up in that room like, what in the fuck just happened? Sizzler, like the trapper walks in and then just leaves. And Kate's just sitting there with her guitar like, what? Why?
What really happened was he stood there for like 10 minutes staring at her uncomfortably, but there was actually a whole flashback as I think it was Senny. It was Senny or Titan. Your guys are both the same color. Senny. As Senny said earlier, just flashbacks, memories of his mother from like so much long ago, and memory of him drawing that picture, holding his crayons like this, and his father framing it, and like just remembering the picture above his father's bed, and and then it just ripple effects back to Kate's face, and then he leaves, and she's just, what the fuck? Because she really thought she was going to die.
So I feel like at this point, Nia's going to get with everybody and tell them what happened with the other group. And they're like, fuck, we need to get out of here. And Nia's gonna be like, just a moment. And goes up and just starts tagging the fuck out of everything. There are peens everywhere. Like, she has literally coated this place with everything she could find. And then comes back downstairs and asks Adam if she can borrow his lighter. Not to burn the place, but for later.
Okay. Is this gonna be like the forest?
Yes.
Okay. I won't spoil it for everyone else, but I know where you're going. Okay.
So these four will eventually leave. Which we need to decide if Claudette and Jeff will also, like, would they also start heading back towards the building, or would they die out there?
I think they would actually head back to the party site.
Why would they go to the party site?
Because they might think that maybe the others went back.
But Quentin said he
Maybe.
was gonna go trap the house. Why would they think everybody would go
Yeah, that's
back?
true. That's fair. Titan said that Yui died and wanted her to have a motorcycle rescue. Maybe next time,
Maybe
Titan.
maybe when we go to a place with the auto yard,
Ooh, that would be actually really fucking
because
cool.
she can probably jury rig something together. So I think everybody comes back together. Our final group of 6.
Okay. So all 6 of these are together.
And they're like, we need to go. We need to get out of here. So, how are they going to get out? I don't think Trapper's going to go for Kate. I
I think
think
Kate's
that
pretty.
in the event that something happens with Jeff, I think he's going to see his sketchbook or his tattoos and hesitate long enough for him to get out. Claudette, I just don't see him as seeing her as a threat.
I think because none of these are very authoritarian figure types, right?
Right.
But of them, I think Adam is the most.
Yeah.
And I could see if Trapper showed up, Adam even hesitantly standing up to him
At least to
and
give
being,
the others time to get away.
yeah,
Because he's kind of the adult in the room right now.
he has that too. There's Jeff, who is older, but Adam is in fact the adult in the room.
Yes.
Okay. So they all get back together. They're trying to figure out how they're gonna get out, right?
Yeah.
Trapper shows up, Adam stands up to him. He dies being the hero.
I feel like Cheryl might try and stay with him because in the house, I think he tried to get her to safety. And so she feels like a connection to him.
A blood pact, if you will.
Oh, look at that!
Adam is a teacher. He's good at wrangling random people. Yes. Okay, so you think Cheryl's gonna die?
Yeah. We can't leave him behind. Which
That would be
leaves us.
Jeff steals Yui's bike and leaves. Oh, that would be hilarious. Okay. I can't delete Cheryl. Okay.
Which leaves our final group of 4.
Yes.
Which I think at this point they're going to peace out. Like they're going to try and leave.
Oh yeah.
And obviously Trapper is not going to be okay with this. Now the question is, does anybody get off on the way out? Because I think Kate is going to be safe.
Yeah, I think Kate is pretty much a guaranteed. She's gonna live through this. Again, we want, like I said, I want Nia to somehow kill Trapper.
And I feel like
I just
Kate is nice enough to recognize Claudette's awkwardness and might try and, mom her out of there. Throws out the mom arm, grabs her, and pulls her out of the way of a trap and is like, come on, honey, pay attention, let's go. And Claudette's just, sticking with her. Like, finally has a friend figure.
Mm-hmm. I'm imagining Trapper being distracted by Kate again, having more flashbacks, and Nia seizes that as the opportunity to attack.
Yeah, they are getting close to the exit. They're getting ready to get out. And the last thing Trapper sees as he comes out of his little reverie is just Nia standing there with a lighter, and she flicks it up with her middle finger and hits the hairspray or
Really
the
awkward.
paint spray and just sets that asshole on fire.
Okay,
And then
do we want...
and then that is it. She kills him with a lighter and her spray paint.
Okay, so Jeff is making it out too. Jeff's not gonna die on the way out.
Yeah, I figured if anything, if Jeff got caught by Trapper, I think he would hesitate with the drawings and the tattoos. If he had enough time, he might go for Jeff, but I think that at this point, Nia is well armed enough and pissed enough, having gotten the idea that these are a bunch of, assholes, both from the story having been like
19th century
yeah.
capitalist scum. The reason we have labor laws entirely type of
Yes.
scum. Okay, and then Titan pointed out Claudette can get injured, and Kate does the arm around the shoulder, carry you to safety thing, which I do like that.
Yeah.
Like if Claudette gets caught in another bear trap, and that's like that intense moment of we gotta get her free.
Yeah.
They manage to get her free, and then it's just a race to just get out of the woods, get back to like their cars or whatever.
Yeah, I think Kate has become the mom.
Yes.
At this point, she is the mom
Which
friend.
is appropriate because Trapper does also think of his mom when he sees her.
Mm-hmm. So
that big mom energy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And if nothing else, Kate can try and like get Claudette out of there, and then Jeff's just like, fuck it, picks her up, and they just start running.
So they're running. Trapper finds them along the way just as they're about to get out, stalls because he sees
Kate.
Oh, yeah, sees Kate.
Kate and or Jeff's drawings.
Yeah, I think Kate. I think that's more cinematic.
And then Nia just nukes the sumbitch with a middle finger flicking the lighter.
Yes. Even while he's on fire, if he drops his machete, I still imagine her taking it and just stabbing him straight through the gut.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe not through the gut.
Neat.
I think she might hit him in the nards. That way, if he at least survives, he can't reproduce.
She's gonna kill him. She's gonna go for the gut.
Well, you can kill somebody and make them suffer, Jesus.
The gut. They're not gonna die instantly, but they will die. Okay, so Jeff, Kate, Claudette, and Nia. We never figured out what happened to Jake.
Yeah, we did.
No? Okay, yeah, he's there.
Oh no, a big strong trapper.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna clip that later. Let's see. Trapper,
Alex, Jake died a long time ago. I'm sorry, dear.
It stomps off back to the mines to recover just in time for his sequel. Ooh. They think he's dead. They burnt Trapper. They shoved his machete through his chest. But he's got, like Leaky says, he's gone back to the mines to recover for the sequel.
Oh no.
Okay. So do we want to do the rundown?
Yes.
Of how the movie played out?
Yep.
There was a big mass murder. And Detective Tapp and the other cops are said to go investigate the scene of the mass murder and die. Fast forward through time. Bunch of people are out there in the woods having a party. Ash gets shit-faced, goes to take a shit in the tall grass.
We don't even know why he's there. Nobody knows why he's there.
No one actually invited him.
He just showed up.
They don't actually realize he's gone. And Nancy and Steve go and have some alone time. Wink wonk. People actually do notice they're gone.
Because of the scream. Steve's scream.
Because of Steve's scream, yes. So that means David, Bill, and Yui go out to try and find Steve and Nancy. They discover Ash's body, and they're like, what a shame. And they keep going. Robin invited Ash. I understand now. That makes sense.
Yeah, everybody just looks at Ash and goes, "Does anybody know him?" Shrug.
Poor Ash. So they go out to try to find them. They, along the way, discover the trapper. David tries to fight him, takes a machete straight to the chest, and Yui and Bill go to run. Bill gets caught in a bear trap. There's no way Yui can free him in time. He knows that. She regrets knowing that. And he says, I'll be fine. Go tell the others. And Yui takes off running to tell everyone else.
Bill was not, in fact, fine.
Ash is the guy who graduated 4 years ago but hangs out at parties because college girls never age like the creep he is.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
God love Ash.
Meanwhile, back at the party, Ace, Elodie, Meg, and Felix get dared to go into the mines. Dwight gets bullied to join them. Ace, Elodie, Dwight, and Meg die in the mine. We're assuming Trapper somehow is in two places at once. I'm
Uh,
not gonna question our
hey,
logic.
he does use sticks of dynamite. He could have a timed thing or a motion trigger.
Ooh, motion trigger. Okay, let's go with that. Felix manages to get out somehow, but right at the exit, he gets caught by a trapper and dies. Um, Yui gets back to the party to tell the others what she just witnessed, finding Ash's body, seeing David die, who they're up against. The others are like, we gotta go find the people in the mine. They take off running. Do you want to describe Laurie's dramatic scream queen moment again for me?
Well, first off, everybody doesn't go. It was
Oh, yeah.
Yunjin saying somebody should go and looks at like Kate, and Kate's just like, nah. So then she bullies Laurie into doing it because, everybody's talked about their background and Yunjin has not gotten around to talking about Trickster yet. But Laurie, you've lived through this kind of thing before. You'll be fine. And makes her go. So she goes out, she goes to the mine and sees them and is like, turns around and Trapper's right there. And we get our dramatic scream queen moment.
Perfect. Jake actually pieced out a little while ago. We forgot to mention.
Yeah.
He's been finding some bear traps all around the place, which was really weird, but he's been disabling them because he knows how. And Trapper's been following his traps. Seeing they're disabled, knowing someone's sabotaging them, finds Jake, kills him. Let's see. Now that they know that the people they dared to go in the mine are dead, the group splits off. We had... Who did we have? We had Quentin, Yui, Feng, Adam, Cheryl, and Kate in one group. And then we had Zarina, Yunjin, Jeff, Claudette, and Nia in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin's group goes to the trapper's home. They decide they'll build a trap to trap the trapper,
mm-hmm.
which makes sense in theory. And Yui's
yes.
like, yeah, sounds good. Not gonna fucking fight him. I've seen him.
Yeah.
Trapper senses the traps.
Yes, he has a trapper sense like Spider-Man has a Spidey sense, yes. According to lore.
So he goes and ends up offing Quentin and Yui
mm-hmm.
as they're setting up traps. Fang is trying to sneak around and ends up getting caught and also dies.
Alex says, that's why I step in every trap as a trapper.
We then... Does he have the moment with Kate?
Yeah, I think he has the moment with Kate at that point, and he leaves entirely.
Yes.
And goes to the next group.
So we go back to the next group. Yunjin actually gets caught in a bear trap. Jeff and Zarina are both trying to help her out, while also salvaging her boots, because yes. God forbid they get torn along the way, even though they're already in a bear trap.
Yes.
So they're trying to free her. Trapper shows up, does his, without looking, whack! Nails Zarina. Unfortunately, she's gone. Yunjin's still caught. He goes ahead, second swing, takes out Yunjin.
And the remainders of the group fucking scatter.
Jeff, Claudette, and Nia scatter. Nia actually goes back to the estate because she knows that that is where the other group went. She gets there and she begins tagging everything because she's learned from Zarina as they were just walking through the woods trying to find a way out that Trapper is capitalist fucking scum who was absolutely okay with his father's business and letting people die for the sake of money. How dare he?
Yep.
So she's wanting to destroy his place. Is Tap dead? Tap was the very first dead.
Yeah, Tap was first man down.
Yeah. Because he has died from a trap from Saul before and he doesn't learn his lesson.
Poor guy.
um, let's see. So those last six, Adam, Cheryl, Jeff, or no, Adam, Cheryl, Nia, and Kate are all together. Jeff and Claudette were kind of roaming on their own. They all get together, all six of them. Finally, they meet up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to find their way out of the woods back to like the cars that they took or whatever to get to the woods party.
I think they all met up at the actual house, and they had the conversation because Nia asks Adam for the lighter,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when
Good
Adam
point.
is like, "All right, everybody should leave." Like he's gonna take his stand in the house so they can get a head start.
Oh, I thought what I was imagining was Trapper already showed up wherever they were, like trying to like they were already like on their way out. Trapper shows up, and Adam goes to stand up to him
Okay.
and just dies.
I thought they were either in or near the house still.
I mean, they could still be in or near the house.
But
Like they
the
could be in trying to formulate a plan to leave, and
yeah,
then Trapper shows up.
but the important thing is Nia borrows Adam's lighter.
Yes.
Borrows.
Yes. You can't borrow something if they die. um, Cheryl doesn't want to leave Adam. He was protecting her and like making sure that everyone was safe earlier. She feels kind of indebted, so she lingers a little bit too long. Trapper catches her. She's gone. The other four are on their way out of the woods. Claudette gets caught in a bear trap. They're rushing to get her out because they know they can't stay here much longer because Trapper's going to catch up to them any second now. The bitch moves 115%, but man, does it fucking feel faster than any other killer. Like, oh my god.
The moment you get stuck in a trap, he's moving way faster than he ought to be.
Like, does he have an add-on that makes him go like 125 when someone's in a trap? Like,
I don't know.
He might. I wouldn't doubt it. I need to actually like play killer. Anyway. They get Claudette out. Kate is carrying her, trying to help her to walk like just a little bit faster so they can get moving. Trapper does catch up. He sees Kate again. They had a moment. We didn't describe the moment we did when we were talking about it, but for the recap, the moment they had is Kate reminds him of his mother.
Mm-hmm.
He saw her the first time. They had flashbacks. He's seen her again. Oh God, she's leaving.
Mom's leaving again. Oh no!
Stay out of the water. um, he hesitates when he sees Kate, and Nia seizes the moment. Lighter flips him off. Spray paint burns him alive. He's flailing, screaming, drops his machete. Nia's the one to pick up the machete and just fucking stabs him through the gut to thinking she killed him. And they run and make their way out. And as Lukey put it, Trapper, they think is dead, isn't. He stumbles back to the mines, or to the estate, I guess, to recover for the sequel.
Yes.
We have 4 survivors this time.
Yeah.
We're doing well with like a bunch of people. We need to have one where like it is only one makes it out, you know?
I'm sure it's coming.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
just
there
that,
they
like,
are.
the only reason I was like, I think more than one is going to get out is just because of the fact that in the lore, Trapper didn't start out as a bad person. So there's going to be multiple factors that I think would have made him hesitate, which is why I was like, okay, it's going to be Jeff and Kate. And I feel like Claudette would make it because she's not an imposing figure. So she's not that much of a threat. So I felt like she was going to make it.
I like these. Everyone's really excited when we do Legion. They expect Lukey says, I imagine they hunt in packs like velociraptors.
My God. Oh, God. That's probably
What?
going to be the one where everybody fucking dies.
You can't stay together. You can't split up.
There's no T-Rex to save you here.
Okay. So there we go. Detective Tapp is the first to die. Jeff, Kate, Claudette, and Nia are our survivors. Do you have any idea for who you're doing next? Titan says they think no one will escape with Hag because she's a literal witch, isn't she? Technically, yeah.
I'd have to look at her backstory a little more to get a ballpark idea.
I genuinely don't think anyone would actually. I don't think Hag would actually kill anybody.
I'm still interested in Wraith just because of the backstory to Wraith. Like Wraith is my one that I am very interested to do in the future.
I do like Wraith's backstory.
Mm-hmm. Makes me very sad.
Oh, Wraith was the one that we were talking about that I was like, it's just gonna be like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
Please. Everybody just accidentally dying around him.
Yeah, he literally goes out to play his song and just ding dong, and people are just dying left and right. It's just like playing Wraith in the game, where you come out and you're just playing Hex Ding Dong. You ding your dong, and then somebody's blowing a generator, and you're just like,
my gosh.
I just wanted to play you a song.
That can be the one where nobody actually escapes. Could be the one.
Oh God, I can't wait. I am looking forward to Wraith.
Okay. Do we want to do Legion next week, or do we want to do Wraith?
Put it up in a poll. Let's see what the people want.
Okay. I'll do a poll. We're gonna vote for Legion or Wraith.
So if anybody is currently in my chat, that isn't in Dinomazings, there's a link to go over and do that.
I played Wraith the other day and it was so much fun.
Oh God, yes.
I haven't played him since the buff.
Dude, do it. It's so much fun, I promise.
You ding your dong and everyone freaks the fuck out.
Exactly! I was going around when I was helping you out with your video, and I went to go play my song for a bird, and even the bird fucked off. I was like, that's rude.
I love it, though. I do need to play him. I've only been playing Plague. She'll forever be my original main.
Yeah.
Can never go back on Plague.
But Wraith is just so fun.
I'm trying to hold off playing a lot of Killer until I do the all Killer stream.
You're going to do an all Killer stream?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm gonna go for a bunch of adepts and get those out of the way.
It's looking good for Wraith right now. Looking real good.
His vision wider, and he is so fast. Yeah, he's super fast.
I just looked over at your stream and I'm like, looking at the proximity of all of my links to my mouth, and I'm like,
yeah, Wraith is winning. I think it might be him, but I do love. And by the way, if you guys have not seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, please watch it. We watched the trailer last week or the week before, and it was just hilarious. It's hilarious. It's no longer on Netflix, unfortunately. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Wait, is it on Amazon Prime? Because I could do a watch party.
Watch party!
Let me just double check real quick. And I'm awake now. Right at the beginning. Do you want to play Dead by Daylight?
We can definitely do that. I will probably send the people over at my stream that are probably sitting in yours anyway.
I was gonna send my people to your stream.
Wow. Good to know we were thinking the exact same thing. We're trying to hoist the kids over to the next person.
Hold on, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is available on Prime. Let me see if it's available for watch parties. We can have a Tucker and Dale versus Evil watch party sometime, friends, if you have Amazon Prime.
I would love that. Also, I just realized that the picture that I have for Trapper on my stream right now has fire.
Oh, what is mine does not have fire. I don't think. I don't know. His face is glowing. That's hilarious, though. Okay. Who gets the raid first?
Oh, God.
Okay. So, Wraith wins by a lot. So we're gonna do Wraith next week. I'm gonna finish the boys watch party. I only have a couple episodes left, and then we can talk about Tucker and Dale versus Evil because everybody has to watch it.
I know, Lukey. I predicted it. I didn't even know. I was just looking for the regular Dead by Daylight Trapper picture, and lo and behold, there's the fire.
Perfect.